Hi, my name's Todd, and this is my dooryard. Okay, it is currently 49 degrees foolish. It makes it about 10 degrees civilized. And we're going to start disassembling the front of this in preparation for removal, hopefully in the next day or two here. But let me get you set up, and this will probably be a lot of time lapse, and we'll try and muddle our way through this. Yeah, hopefully you can see what we're doing. All right, where to begin? Okay. Easy. It is quite breezy. Alright, obviously, I'm going to need some more stuff. Alright, let's give you something to hold on to. All of that. I'll be right back. guy's almost tipping over. It might be just that little bit too freaking windy to do anything with you guys today. What are you guys doing down there? That ain't good. Alright, so obviously it's way too freaking windy for this, for you guys to be out here today. But, that looks like that seal on that water pump is what's leaking right there. See where it's real clean? Alright, we're going to get all the accessories off the front of the motor here. Get the carburetor off. See if we can't start worrying on that exhaust some. Get the heater hoses unhooked. Probably from up here. Get the engine electrical taken care of. And if we get all that done today, we are going to be way ahead of it. Well, I'll bring you back at the end when I'm done. And you can see what I got. Okay, a couple hours later, I got most of the front of the engine peeled off. I got the top peeled off. I think I'm pretty well disconnected on top. I still got to do the starter, the exhaust, torque converter, and the bell housing bolts, and then undo the motor mounts. A buddy of mine's supposed to be showing up with a lift plate. You know, it bolts on right here where the carburetor is. Which I've seen used in the past, and geez, it picks the engine out slicker than dog snot. It's very, the engine's very balanced there. I'm concerned about using those little studs. I'm not sure. Do you think I should take the distributor out before we pull it? I got a leak there. I got to do the water pump. Should I take the water pump off now? That crank sticks way out there. And there's lots of goop on the front of this engine. Alright. We'll keep picking away at it. Eventually get this thing popped out of here. Okay, welcome to day 2 of the big push. I got most of the top disassembled, I believe. I still got a couple electrical connections to get down here that need to be removed from the engine. And I'm at torque converter, bell housing bolts, exhaust pipes, engine mounts. And then a quick go around again, and I believe we will be ready to pull. I'm thinking I might want to take that sway bar out. It'll just give me that little bit more room, and then I won't have to do the oil and fuel units there. Yeah, I think I am going to take that sway bar off, or at least remove it from the frame and swing it down out of the way. We'll see how that goes. We'll give it a go. Oh yeah, before I forget, it's currently 52 degrees foolish. That makes it about 11 degrees civilized. And yeah, hopefully we get this popped out of here, cleaned up a little bit, and get that seal done on the transmission that I got coming later this afternoon to a local parts house. I should have ordered that way before this, but I didn't, so there's that. Still waiting on them lower shock mounts, if those ever ship. We're getting closer though. I think we overall goal of engine out, fixed, cleaned, engine back in before the end of the week might actually be doable here. At least that's the hope. All right, I'll bring you back. I get a progress to report, or at the end of the day, probably. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. Okay, this is a little irritating. So, let's start over here. Okay, so, exhaust manifold. Yep. Okay, so I got the bottom one off. Surprisingly easy. I mean, come right out. And then the pipe is too high, and it's like right up against the side of that nut. I don't have the ability to get a socket on there. I can get an end wrench on it, but it's not an angle that I can get a mustard on it. Yeah. So I'm like, well, okay, you know, they're joined by an H pipe down back there. So I'm like, well, I'll loosen the other side, and then I can lower it down a little bit, and that'll give me enough room to take care of that other side. So this side that you can't even see, yeah, all kinds of room over here. They're bolts over here. So somebody's been here before. Somebody replaced the bolts with the studs with bolts. I got one bolt out. I can't get on the other one because the pipe's in the way. I can't get the pipe out of the way because it's still bolted on. I'm gonna have to scratch my head on this one a little bit. I'll figure something out. Well, that went a lot easier than I was expecting. This top bolt right there, I got with an open end wrench. Go figure. So, but it's still jammed in there so tight I can't get it loose. I'm afraid I'm going to have to cut the pipes. And I'm going to cut them, I think, right up here, right in front of the I'm going to cut them right there right after that joint. And from there back is going to get replaced. The rest of it is, it ain't great, but you know what? It's solid. So I'm going to cut it there, and I should be able to get that pulled down out of the way a little bit. So maybe I can get a wrench on this side over here, on this one. And yeah. It seems like that's going to be the freaking difficult part, is getting the exhaust off of it. The motor mounts should be no problem. Those are all exposed. The torque converter bolts shouldn't be a problem. Those, you know, I just got to roll the engine over. I don't know, maybe I'll take a spark plug or 6 or 8 out. Probably not. I'll just struggle through it. The bell housing bolts, those might be a little bit of a struggle. We'll see how that goes once we get there. Hopefully I'll have this thing ready to pop out of there pretty quick. I should probably, once I get the underside done, I should probably put the tires back on it and put it on ramps and get these jack stands out from underneath it so that I got room for the legs on the shop crane. Keep scratching. All right, it took some doing, but the exhaust, she's off her. And I wound up having to cut that H pipe, and I cut both ends right before the hump. So we'll have to rebuild that when we put it back. I guess the next thing's torque converter bolts. Alrighty then, we got all the torque converter nuts out, right over here, all 4 of them. And apparently that's all there is, which is good enough. That's plenty of rowing on that crank. Next thing, I guess, is bell housing bolts. Yep. Okay. I'm about 80% confident that I have everything taken off. The engine is prepped to pull. I'm told that this thing weighs, I've read some reports around 700. I've read other reports around 800. So, you know, the issue that I have now is, let's move this crane into position. Bonk. Striking right there. Not reaching. Do I dare extend out to here? Half ton. Well, 1,000 pounds is half ton, right? So I should be good to be able to make that reach. All I need now is a lift plate and take the hood off. Yeah, that's what we're going to do. We're going to put this out there, and we'll figure, hopefully it'll pick it without folding this thing up. All right. Wish me luck. Okay, with it extended out, I'm almost touching right there. I'm still a little short, which means putting it back in is going to be, oh my God. So, do I go ahead and take this piece of bumper off? I mean, I can get down in there and get, there's one bolt there, there's another bolt there, there's two more on that side, and this whole grill and upper bumper assembly, I believe, should just come away. And that would get me another, maybe 6 inches, 8 inches, 6 inches probably, which should be more than enough. I think that's probably what's going to have to happen. All right, so we're taking the grill off. Okay, I should be able to reach it now that I got the bumper off and the grill out. And holy mother of pearl, ain't this thing heavy. I had to use a shop crane to move it. So what do you suppose happened here? Ain't that something? Something poked through from the inside. I don't know what the hell it could have been. But I think we're at pick up our tools. It's supposed to rain tonight and tomorrow morning. So, yeah. I'm hoping that tomorrow afternoon, tomorrow evening, I can have this engine out. And the following day, Easter Sunday, I'll try and get that transmission seal that's supposed to be showing up tonight. That would be an awesome thing. And I can spend a day cleaning inside the engine bay and on the engine itself before we attempt to reinstall. All right, I think I'm going to post this up. Don't mind my messy hair. I think I'm going to post this up, and we're going to have the engine removal as a whole video all to itself. At least that kind of seems to make sense. I don't know, after some calling around, I might have screwed myself on my exhaust, but I'm sure I'll figure something out. Yeah, I can't get over how heavy that front bumper is. It's got to be 400 pounds. It's got to be 400 pounds at least. I know I got about halfway out, and it was, I weren't going to hold it. I was a little sketched out laying underneath it, you know, unbolting it. It started to move. I climbed up into the car in a hurry, let me tell you. So, yeah, anyways, thanks for sticking with me. There we go. There we go. Hey, look at that. Thanks for sticking with me. Please like, subscribe, comment, give us a thumbs up. It really helps the channel. You know, the more people I can get to see this thing, maybe somebody will have an idea, point out what I'm doing wrong. But, yeah, I believe I am currently ready to go yoink, but that ain't going to happen today. I think tomorrow morning I got to go get a haircut. I've got to get a haircut. I've got to buy some bolts for my engine stand. I'm going to buy a tarp for it, something to try and waterproof the engine while it's out, because I don't have a building to put it in. Yeah, I think that's it. We'll catch you next time. This has been Empty Pockets production.